Letterman fan?
I am. I've never been more nervous. What?
Then when you were on Letterman, right? You were so funny. You were funny.
That was the worst day of my life.
Yeah.
And the best. What's so funny?
You were
Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski, morning television's power couple that somehow manages to be both intriguing and insufferable at the same time. Their marriage has always been the subject of whispers, side eyes, and a whole lot of that's interesting moments. But lately, the raised eyebrows have turned into full-blown, what in the MSNBC is going on here? Now, let's be honest. When these two finally made their relationship public back in 2017, it wasn't exactly a shock. The chemistry was obvious, the flirty on-air banter was undeniable, and the fact that Mika would look at Joe like he was delivering the State of the Union every time he spoke? Yeah, people saw this coming, and sure, workplace romances aren't exactly a rarity, but something about this one always had people questioning whether it was an epic love story or just two people who really, really like the sound of their own voices. But what started as a high-powered media romance has turned into something a little odd.
He's here.
I do parables.
It's great to have you back.
Does he walk with it?
We did lots of fighting over issues, so it should be a good show today.
No, we did not.
Oh, yeah, we
never
did.
Fight.
Uh-huh.
You go on
No,
the hand?
don't do that. Okay, not on the air. Not on the air. What are you doing?
And by odd, I mean Mika is out here giving Stepford wife energy while Joe seems to enjoy hearing himself talk more than ever. Seriously, have you seen them on Morning Joe lately? Joe is out here giving monologues like he's the sole anchor of the show. And Mika, she's sitting there nodding along, looking like she's waiting for a commercial break, just so she can get a word in.
So I have two tweets in a row here.
Oh, no. Now what
One
have we
says,
done?
LOL, I'm watching your show from Hawaii. It's 1 a.m. here.
Okay.
And
Thank
I think
you.
it's funny that you're getting attacked.
Someone check on her. Blink twice if you need help, Mika. And it's not just their on-air dynamic that has people talking. Behind the scenes, there have been rumors that their relationship might not be as picture-perfect as they'd like us to believe. Some insiders claim that Joe's massive ego is starting to overshadow the partnership, while others say Mika is growing frustrated with playing second fiddle. And let's not forget that this is Mika's second marriage, one that conveniently ended right around the time her just professional relationship with Joe started heating up. Coincidence? Maybe. Messy? Absolutely, but let's talk about Joe for a second. If there's one thing he loves more than politics, it's himself. And boy, has he been milking this power couple thing for all it's worth. He went from being just another ex-GOP congressman turned pundit to one half of MSNBC's most talked about duo. And while Mika was once seen as an equally strong presence on the show, it's starting to feel more and more like the Joe Scarborough show, with Mika as the glorified hype woman.
You should be afraid of the other side, not my side.
Well,
I want to get our hands around a very difficult situation.
All right, Donald.
Hey, Joe, one other thing.
Well, no,
If you
Don,
look at
Don.
FDR
You got to let us ask questions.
Go
You
ahead.
can't just talk. No, you got to let us actually
All
ask
right.
questions. You're just talking. All
No,
Muslims.
I'm not just
Donald,
talking.
Donald,
Joe, I'm not just talking.
You're
I'm
not
giving
going
you
to
the
keep
facts.
talking. We will go to break if you keep talking. We're going to ask you
Go to break
questions.
then, Joe.
All right,
All
go to
I'm doing
break.
is
Go to
giving
break,
you the
everybody.
facts,
Go to break.
and you don't
Go to
wanna hear
break.
the
Go to
facts,
break
that's
right
okay.
now. We'll be right back with more Morning
Lately,
Joe.
some fans have even noticed that Mika's entire vibe has changed. She used to be the no-nonsense, sharp-witted journalist who could hold her own in a debate, but now she's giving off more of a supportive spouse energy rather than co-host with an equal voice. And people are noticing, social media is full of comments like, is Mika even allowed to speak anymore? And why does she look like she's buffering every time Joe starts talking? It's like the entire show has become one long Joe Scarborough TED Talk, with Mika occasionally chiming in to say,
He is from watching us from Athens, Greece, and
Oh, my God.
we get a thumbs up from her.
and let's be real, this wouldn't be the first time an MSNBC power couple flamed out. Remember when Chris Matthews' on-air antics finally caught up to him? Or when Keith Olbermann had to exit stage left? The network isn't exactly known for handling internal tensions gracefully. If Joe and Mika ever did hit a breaking point, MSNBC would have to do some serious damage control. Because Morning Joe without Joe and Mika, that's like The View without drama. It just wouldn't work. And speaking of drama, let's not pretend like their relationship didn't have some questionable beginnings. When Mika's first marriage ended, the timeline just so happened to line up with her deepening professional relationship with Joe. And while they swore up and down that nothing inappropriate happened, the optics were enough to get people talking. Then, there was Donald Trump's bizarre obsession with their relationship. Remember when he tweeted about them begging to hang out at Mar-a-Lago while also taking a cheap shot at Mika's appearance? That was back when Trump was still giving them attention before they turned on him and became persona non grata in MAGA-land. But despite their us against the world act, the cracks are showing. Rumors of tension, Mika's shrinking presence, Joe's increasingly unchecked rants, it's all adding up to something that just feels off. And while their fans might still be rooting for them, others are starting to wonder if their marriage is less of a power couple fairy tale and more of a corporate partnership that just happens to involve a marriage license. So, is there trouble in paradise? Are they just another power couple with a slightly dysfunctional dynamic? Or are we all reading way too much into this? One thing's for sure, whether they like it or not, Joe and Mika's marriage is officially the hot topic of the political media world. And considering how much they love talking about everyone else's drama, it's only fair that they get a taste of their own medicine.